I'll stay with news further afield. The small Baltic nation of Lithuania is preparing to welcome world leaders, including US President Joe Biden. As part of a major summit of NATO nations, the meeting of the world's largest military alliance comes as conversations continue over collective defense in Eastern Europe in the wake of Russia's invasion of the Ukraine. So perhaps for this and more, we're going to be joined by our correspondent Trent Murray in Berlin, Germany. Trent, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. Perhaps you could talk to us about the significance of this meeting.
Well, good afternoon. Yeah, just 1 week to go until the leaders of those 31 NATO member countries converge on Lithuania for this two-day summit. It's been a lot of build-up around it, given some of the major issues facing the military alliance, particularly that war in Ukraine, as you mentioned. And we know that for Lithuania, it's also a really big moment. They are one of the smallest NATO member countries. They've only got a population of about 2.8 million, but nevertheless, they are preparing to welcome the likes of Joe Biden, Emmanuel Macron, Rishi Sunak, and others to talk all things defense. It does really come at a time, though, when those countries up against the border of Russia are feeling increasingly nervous given what has precipitated there in the past 18 months. And so we do expect concerns and discussions around boosting defence in that area to really top the agenda. Already, Lithuania in the past week has welcomed an announcement from here in Germany that 4,000 German troops will be positioned there permanently as part of their defensive measures and as part of that collective defence protocol.
Absolutely. Perhaps we could look at the issue of security at this point and what sort of security measures will be put in place given how many world leaders will be attending.
Yeah, there are, and for that reason, Lithuania says it's deployed around 3,000 troops to be participating in this conference to effectively make sure that everything runs safe and smoothly. We also know that Germany, again, will be deploying an anti-missile system to the country to help protect the skies during that time. I should also mention there is just a level of nervousness, I think it's fair to say, around neighbouring Belarus. Now, they share a border with Lithuania. Of course, as we've been reporting, following that failed mutiny in Russia, just over a week ago, many of those Wagner mercenary group fighters are understood to be on their way to Belarus. That is making some of those neighbouring countries very, very nervous about what those battle-hardened men could get up to. I don't think anybody really expects them just to relax and retire in Belarus, and for that reason, we know that border security along the Lithuanian border, but also the Polish border, is being beefed up in preparation of any sort of tension that could build there because of that deal struck with Minsk.
Trent Murray, thank you for that update. Trent Murray, our correspondent in Berlin, Germany, giving us the latest day. Lithuania prepares for a major summit of NATO nations. Some of the key issues on the agenda expected, boosting of defense. We're also going to see some world leaders, including the US President Joe Biden, all in attendance.